Okay, welcome to this afternoon's webinar, Gift Aid Maximisation for Low Income Charities. It's a pleasure to host you this afternoon. So this webinar is actually spearheaded by Monique Stewart, who many of you will be familiar with. And Monique will be taking you through the bulk of this webinar on gift aid management. But we're just going to get started and give you an overview of what we will be covering today. So first off, we are going to talk to you about how to maximize the opportunity that gift aid offers. Then we're going to talk to you about how to increase donations through digital giving, specifically on mobile apps. Then we're going to discuss how to manage the gift aid claiming process, because we have a very unique process for managing gift aid. We really want to share the details of that with you so you understand how our process is different. We're going to take you through the GoodtoGive charity roadmap and really give you an understanding of where gift aid sits in the context of our wider service portfolio. And then we're going to go through next steps. Now, we have an amazing offer for you. But to secure this offer, you have to stay until the end. So stay until the end. As we are going through this webinar, please submit any questions that you have in the chat box, and we will be sure to get back to you in the question section at the end of this webinar. So let's get started. As I mentioned, I am joined by Monique Stewart, who is our senior charity advisor and spearheaded, is really the brainchild behind this webinar. So you'll be hearing from Monique, and she'll be talking to you about our gift aid management process. Then we have Shatanya Brown, our amazing GoodtoGive app specialist. Now, we're super excited about the GoodtoGive apps. Shatanya will be talking to you about what they are and how they fit into the GoodtoGive gift aid management process and the benefits of using those apps. And finally, I'm Katrina Douglas. I'm head of marketing here at GoodtoGive, and I will be supporting you through this webinar. So before we get started and get into the thick of gift aid management, I really want to give you an understanding of who we are as an organization and what our mission is. Many of you will be familiar with us because of gift aid management, because that is what we started with and really the crux of the bulk of our business. But I also want to explain to you what else we do in the context of our mission. So our mission is to provide UK-based charities with access to the support, funding, and the advice they need to thrive and achieve their charitable aims. So the whole reason for our existence is to support you and to help you achieve your charitable aims. Now, we are a full service partner to the charities we serve. And I want to really highlight two key terms in this statement. The first is full service. What we mean by full service is that we are one-stop shop for all your charitable needs. So everything from gift aid management to accounting, whatever it is that your charity needs, we can provide it for you, and we are a partner. So we don't just sell you services, we support you through the process, and we are with you from start to finish. Many of the customers that started with us 10 years ago are still with us because we are a partner for the charities we serve, and we really like to highlight that because it is a differentiator in the way we serve our clients. Now, we have been in existence for over a decade. We work with over 400 charities across the UK, and those charities really do rely on us to support them. We have successfully processed 115,000 gift aid claims. Yes, 115,000, in fact, more than that now, gift aid claims. So when it comes to gift aid, we really are experts. As a result, we have given back £12.3 million in income to our clients. Yep, you read that right, you saw that right, you heard that right. £12.3 million worth of income we have given back to our clients. And we want you to be one of those clients, one of those charities that we support and help to really maximize your income financially. And really, that is what this webinar is about. So when we speak about partnership, we take a strategic approach to supporting your charity growth. So one thing we have here is our charity roadmap, and that takes you through everything from charity setup right through to funding. So let me explain. Now, many of you will already have charities that are set up, But for those of you that don't, or for those charities that aren't already set up, we support them right at the very beginning, making sure they are set up in the right way. We then make sure that our charities are GDPR and data compliant, because this is a biggie for the Charity Commission, very, very important. It's one of those areas that actually, as much as, you know, charities and churches want to do this well, it's hard to do well on your own, and it does require a degree of expertise. So we support you with that. Then of course we have gift aid management, and I'm really looking forward to you being able to see how our process is unique and the benefits of that. Financial controls and accounting, we know that the stats show us that a lot of charities submit their accounts late. Not only that, but often accounts are done incorrectly. It's an issue. And so we help our clients address that issue, and we make sure that you have good accounting processes. And we, with all of these processes, we take the heavy lifting and the burden of this from you, so that you can do the frontline important charitable work that you were set up to do. And then last but not least, by the time you've got all of this done, you are funding ready. So you are in a position to secure funding, and we help you with that process. So it really is an A to Z level of process and level of partnership. And when we say that we partner with you and we are partners, it's really embedded in the fabric of our business and the way we work. So without further ado, I am going to introduce you to the lovely Monique Stewart. For those of you who don't already know her, or even for those that do, you probably don't know how skilled she actually is. So she is one of our senior charity advisors. She has helped dozens of charities grow and increase their income over the past 7 years. She is well versed in all of the products and services that I've just spoken to you about, but her sweet spot is, of course, gift aid. She is our resident expert. So without further ado, Monique.
Hi, good afternoon.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Well, exactly like Katrina said, I was the one who actually decided to put this presentation on this afternoon. And it's really because a number of the smaller charities are kind of being neglected out there. And they don't necessarily feel that there's organizations or companies that can assist them. And the purpose of this presentation today is for us to really show you the GoodtoGive process and allow you to kind of ask us as many questions as you would like, and to get a better steer on how our processes work.
Absolutely. So we want to make this webinar really interactive, really engaging for you. So we're going to kick off with our first poll. We want to know, how much do you already know about gift aid? What do you already know about gift aid? So we're going to test your knowledge here. And this is our first poll. Can you all see that?
Yeah, so what is gift aid? This is the first question. This is quite important. I want to understand, what do you guys really already know? So if you could just select one of the 3 options for me.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going, Kat?
I can't see, you can't actually see any answers yet. If you can all press.
Oh, no, it says that we're sharing the result, not the poll, so I think we need to go back.
Okay, let's relaunch. Thank you, Monique. Okay, can you now see that? Oh, great. I can see those options coming in. Excellent. 42% of you, 52%. I can see them coming in thick and fast. Excellent. A few more of you. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
How's it going?
Yeah, we're almost there. Right. I'm going to end the poll and I'm going to share so you can see the results. Can you see those?
Yeah, I can. Okay, this is great. So 79% of you have got the answer correct. It is tax relief, and unfortunately it is not a charity commission benefit. So we are going to go, when we go through, I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about gift aid, the different types of gift aid that are available, so it's much more clearer in your minds.
Great. Interesting that no one thought it was a loan. So yeah,
I'm glad nobody thought it was a loan, because you got to pay that back.
Right, we have another question for you on gift aid, really testing your knowledge here. So can you see that?
You need to put it as the question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Okay, so the question is, what is the percentage of gift aid that you can claim on each donation? So, as you did before, if you can just select one option, please.
Yeah, I can see those results coming in. Cool, 57% of you, just a few more. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. All right, any more for any more? All right, let's end this poll and share the results.
Good, 94%. Okay, so that is fantastic. You are correct. You can claim back 25% of each donation that comes into the church. So well done to everybody.
Great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give you an overview of our gift aid process. So we're going to play this video for you, which really does explain a bit more what gift aid is and how we manage gift aid.
Did you know that an estimated £750 million is lost in unclaimed gift aid each year? How much more impact could your organisation have with just a small share of this? GoodtoGive can help you significantly increase your charity income. We are the UK's #1 provider of gift aid management, and we've been helping churches and charities increase their income and save money for over a decade. Gift aid allows your charity to claim an extra 25p for every £1 that is donated to your organisation. That is a great opportunity, but only if you take full advantage of it. When you collect gift aid information from donors, some will provide all the information you need to make a claim, and some won't. When you don't have all the information you need, these claims will often be discarded. This results in thousands of pounds of lost income each year. With our system, everything gets processed, and we wait for up to 4 years for missing information to come in, so that a claim can be processed. This means that if Joe made a donation to your organisation 3.5 years ago and makes a gift aid authorised donation today, our system automatically scans through all the incomplete donation information in our system from the past 4 years, and when it finds Joe's previous donation, it matches it. A donation that normally would have been discarded can now be processed. We do this across thousands of claims. Through this process of retrospective gift aid claiming, we increase our clients' charitable income by thousands each year. Through the gift aid small donations scheme, we also claim 25% on cash donations of £30 or less without the need for a gift aid declaration. No matter how your donation is received, our system is able to process it quickly. We are constantly checking the donation information we receive from you and processing claims, so you could be receiving gift aid income every month. We work with hundreds of charities and churches in the UK. Our clients stay with us for years because of the difference we make to their organisations. Find out more today and schedule a complimentary consult with a member of our team at GoodtoGive.co.uk.
Excellent. So that should give you an understanding of the gift aid management process. So the answer to this question actually was in the video. So I hope you were paying attention. And we've got a question for you on retrospective gift aid claiming. Okay, so let's bring up this poll. Okay, can you all see that?
Yeah. So what period can you retrospectively claim for? Again, as you've done before, select one of the options.
Great, I can see those options coming in. A few more of you to vote. Yep, keep that coming, keep that coming. I'm going to give you about 8 more seconds left. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and end this poll and share the results.
Good. So we've got 95% again, where you have all got the answer. Well, 95% of you have got the answer correct. It is 4 years you can go back. There was somebody who did actually say you can go back 2 years, but that's something we will go on later on when we look at the gift aid small donations.
Perfect. Okay, so we really just wanted to reiterate what we mean by retrospective gift aid claiming. And it's simply claiming gift aid for up to 4 years after a donation has been made. So this acronym, I wonder how many of you know actually what it is. So yeah, we're gonna test your knowledge before Monique delves into this next area and gives you some insights on what this actually is.
Got another poll.
Yeah. Let me bring this up for you. Can you all see that? Can you all see that?
Yeah. So have you heard of the Gift Aid Small Donation Scheme before? So that's prior to this presentation today. Is it something that you're familiar with or have ever heard of it? Just select yes or no, please.
Okay, 65% of you have voted. Keep that coming. I'm going to give you a few more seconds to vote. I'm going to end that poll and share the results.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can. So 60% of you have heard of it, 40% hasn't. So the Gift Aid Small Donation Scheme is basically, well, gas, and it's for donations that are coming in with no donor information, which you are now able to claim on. Now, there are some rules around it. So, for example, the donation has to be £30 or less. Again, no donor information is required. But one of the really good benefits that you have is that it's up to £8,000 worth of donations in any one financial year, which will yield the church or charity back an additional £2,000. Now, another really good thing is even if you are registered underneath one charity number, but you've got a number of buildings, each of those buildings will be able to benefit from it. So the fact that, 40% of you aren't even aware of it at the moment, it really just shows if you was to have the support of, the services like ours at GoodtoGive, we'd be able to increase your income, even if it was just by £2,000 per year.
Absolutely, that's great. So what is the importance of record keeping, Monique? How does this kind of coincide with gift aid management?
So it's funny, I have this conversation all the time with my clients, and it's so important that you're keeping the records, one, from an auditing point of view. So you can have anyone from Charities, Commission, Companies House or HMRC come in. I want to make sure that you are, managing things in-house accordingly. It's about crossing your T's and dotting your I's, but also from a claiming point of view. You want to be able that if a donation does come in and let's just say somebody hasn't filled out an envelope accurately, so i.e. they're missing some mandatory information, should that person come back within the 4-year period, you want to know that you've got that information there that you can go back and retrospectively claim. Remember, you are dealing with public money, so you want to make sure that if anybody wants to come in and query anything, you're able to answer to them. And it's really, really important. I don't think we really take in how important it is. Another problem that we do tend to find is that 9 times out of 10, when I am speaking to pastors and trustees, they have only got, volunteers that are coming in. And not to say the volunteers not doing it to the best of their ability, but if you haven't got clear processes in place, you could then find yourself in very uncomfortable water. And that is something that we avoid, especially you will hear about this later on when Shatanya jumps on. But by utilizing our envelope system, right, by utilizing our donation app, all of those records are kept with us at GoodtoGive. So you then don't need to be worried at all because you know it's being managed by an organization that really know what they're doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So just a reminder to you all that, all these benefits are included in our offer at the end. So you do want to be staying until the end. So a question for you on record keeping. Let's bring up our next poll for you and see what you know about this area. All right, so let's bring that poll up for you and get this question on record keeping up. Can you see that?
Yeah, so how long should you keep your records for? Again, please select one of the options.
Okay, we can see that coming through. Yeah, excellent. Glad to see you all engaged. If any more, just a few more of you to vote. I'm going to give you a few more seconds and I'm going to share this poll. All right, let's share this.
Okay, good. So 31% said 4 years and 69% said 6 years. So that's positive to know that you know to keep your records. So like I've mentioned, obviously, in the previous slide of us at GoodtoGive being able to obviously store that for you and making sure we actually never get rid of records. So a number of our clients who have signed up with us from the beginning, we've still got their information available on our microsite. So
great. Okay, and so we have the pleasure of welcoming Shatanya Brown, our GoodtoGive app specialist. Now, if you ever call up the GoodtoGive offices, chances are you may well have spoken to Shatanya before. She's great at supporting our clients, and she also has developed a number of the trainings for our mobile app. So she is one of our resident experts on the mobile app. So Shatanya, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi, everyone. I'm sure I've probably spoken to a few of you before. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope you find this webinar informative.
Excellent. So now in the video, you may have picked up that there's multiple ways that you can submit your claims. So Shatanya, can you talk to us about that?
So there's different ways in which you can submit your donations to us. You can either scan in or send in your envelopes for us to scan onto the system. You can also scan or send in your bank statements. Some of our clients have journals or spreadsheets, which we can also work with. And we also now have the very efficient GoodtoGive mobile phone app, where members and visitors can donate via the app from the comfort of their own home, and we'll of course take care of the gift aid for you.
Fantastic. So now on to, some of you may have seen this video, but I really wanted to just drill down into a particular part, really to highlight the unique way we process everything.
Whether it is in tax period or in previous tax periods.
Everything is very easy to use. When our clients finish receiving their donations, log into their microsite and they'll start to count and process their envelopes through a scanner that we provide.
And we ensure that the donors are also safe, extremely important. And to ensure that whatever is claimed, the maximum is claimed so that that can go back into the church to fulfill and do the great work that our churches do.
Our senior pastor walked up to me and said, "Bishop, I think we found a solution to a better way of financing the ministry." I said, "What was it?" He said, "Some guys from GoodtoGive." So I set up the meeting, they came, and what I heard was definitely the right way to go.
So from the video, you would have seen a brief insight into our unique donation envelope process. Your charity will either scan or send us your envelopes to be scanned, and we will then transcribe the information from the envelope, and the system will do all the relevant checks that it needs to do before submitting a claim to HMRC. The benefit of using us is that you obviously don't need to then store your envelopes for many, many years, as they'll stay on our system, which means any donation that may not have been claimed on for whatever reason can then be unlocked within that 4-year period.
Excellent. So let's talk about the app, Shatanya. What are our apps?
So we have 2 amazing mobile apps for your charity to utilize. We have the Church Manager app, which is where your management team will go in and they'll be able to create the environment for your members to see. In the management app, you're able to set up donation projects. You can set up events, which will then drop into the calendars of your members. You can set up tasks to members of your team or members of your congregation, and you can of course also keep track and monitor the progress of donations that are coming in. We then also have the member app, which is where your congregation can make donations straight from their phones. They can also run reports on their donations. They can see any events in which you set up. They'll be able to see any tasks that you set to them and any messages that you may put on your digital notice board.
Great. So it's really simple to sign up for our app. It's completely free. You simply go to goodtogive.co.uk/mobile. Now, when you do that, the registration is very simple. And I just want to reiterate that in the offer that we have at the end, the app is absolutely included. So I want to show you this short video on how easy it is to get set up and get started.
Congratulations, your church has now signed up with the Good to Give church apps, and now you have a much easier way to stay connected to your church and donate. Now that you're all signed up, you can do a number of things. Donate to your church fundraising projects at any time. If you are a member of multiple church branches, you can switch between them to donate. Donate with ease during both online and in-person services in seconds. Set up recurring donations. View and export reports to keep track of your giving history. Find out about the latest events and fundraising campaigns. If you are a volunteer, you can see what tasks have been assigned to you so that you don't miss deadlines. View your church's digital notice board and keep up to date with what's happening in your church. So here's what we need you to do to get started. Go to the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, search Good to Give Church Member and download the app. Go to the Sign Up tab and put in your information. First name, surname, email, DOB. The reason we ask for your date of birth is so that the church is aware of your birthday. That's it. You're all set up and part of your church's digital community.
So you can see how easy it is to get set up on our apps. Now, Shatanya, can you explain to us what this is?
Yeah, so when you create a donation project inside the mobile phone app, it will also create this donation webpage, which can be shared and accessed by anyone, whether they have the app or not. So as this video plays, I'll just quickly run through how the page works. So as you can see, you've got the page with your images. You can upload whatever images are relevant for your project. There's a contact us button, so anyone that has any queries can send a message straight to the organizer. You can share this page via the social media platforms that you can see. If you click on see all, you'll be able to see all the donations that have been made. You can also, of course, make your donation anonymous if you don't want your name to be displayed. And then if you click on donate now, if you have the app, you can log in using your app credentials. If you don't have the app, but you wish to download it, you can click on the relevant store and download the app. Or you can check out as a guest and just click no thanks. If you want to set up repeat donations, you can do so. You just select whether you want it to be weekly, monthly, or yearly. And then you set the date in which you want the donations to stop. Or you can choose one of the amounts or select custom and put in your custom amount. And then you just fill in your information and then press done at the bottom. And then you'll get the notification saying thank you for your blessing, and then you'll know that your donation has been made.
Fantastic. And this is all included when you get the app. So, and again, it's included with the offer, with the app. So these are all the benefits that just come part and parcel of our service. And as you can see, the benefits are many. So Shatanya, what are they?
So there are many benefits in using the app. Some of them are here. There's always a team of people behind the app to help when you need assistance. You're not just left to your own devices. You can always give us a call and we'll be able to assist you with whatever it is that you need. In terms of maximisation, we offer the option to process and manage your gift aid automatically as the donations come through the app. Also, upon sign up, the individual has to click whether they accept the gift aid declaration, which means you don't then have to wait for declarations to come in at a later date. Any donation projects that you set up, there's a share button. So you're able to share via all the main social media platforms, which enables you to push out your projects to a wider audience and possibly bring in new donors. If you are a member of more than one church, you're able to donate to multiple branches via the app, as there's the option for you to switch church within the app. You also have the digital notice board, which you can upload a message to for your supporters and your members to see. You can also use the task feature, where you can send through tasks to different groups, which you can also create in the app. That can be your ushers, your pastors, your musicians, or your members. Whoever it is that you wish to communicate, you can do so via that as well.
Fantastic. Great. So let's hear from you. Which of the two methods we have highlighted, which are you likely to use?
Before you go into that, Kat, a question's just popped in, and I think it would be quite important to share it. So the question was, suppose if you have an older member who does not have access to high-tech phones or computer, and that's a fantastic question. It was something that I was going to touch on anyways. You're able to utilize options simultaneously. So whether or not you wanted to continue going down the route of using the envelopes, or you wanted to utilize the donation app, you're not limited to one. And it's probably helped you within the church where you do have mature members that aren't ready to be downloading apps. That's fine. But those who are ready and are quite tech savvy, that's also fine for them to utilize going through the app. Remember, we capture all of the information. So it's not just the envelopes, not just the apps, but we also can take in bank statements. We do take your journals. So wherever you are storing donation information, just send it to us and we will be able to dissect it and process claims on your behalf.
That's a really good point to drive home, Monique, so thank you so much for that. So bearing in mind what Monique has just said, which of these methods are you likely to use? So I'm going to bring this up for you. And can you see that?
So what method are you most likely to use for gift aid? Envelopes, mobile app, or both?
Okay, great. We see those results coming in. Keep them coming, keep them coming. Keep them coming. Fantastic. I'm going to give you a few more seconds. We're at 57%, a few more of you. Great, I can see a few more coming in. Fantastic. So I'm going to end the poll. Any more? Last chance, last call? Okay, I'm going to end the poll and I'm going to share the results. Can you see that?
Okay, I can see it split between envelopes and both.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so we like those results. As we said, we can accommodate you either way. So I'm going to talk about really some background information about why this digital approach is so important and give you some context for it. Now, we're all excited about Freedom Day. Well, we hope it's Freedom Day on the 19th. But even after COVID, you know, it's quite unlikely that churches are going to go back to just pure physical church. The online church is here to stay, whether that's, you know, some services are online, some are in person, whether that's you stream live from an in-person event, there's going to be some form of hybrid church for most churches. And so that being the case, and given the way people are consuming information and engaging with the church, it's really important that you have technology, that you have services, that you have the support that can accommodate that. Now, one of the great things about GoodtoGive is that not only do we have a rich heritage of being able to support your churches and your charities, but we're also very forward thinking. And so it's very important to us in the way that we develop our services, in the way we develop our technology, that we're looking at what's coming. What does the future hold for charities and churches? And that was very much the thinking behind the app. And so even by the time COVID came, we already had our app in development because we saw this coming on the horizon. And so when you're thinking about, okay, how are we wanting to collect donations? It's important to think about, yes, your individual congregation as it stands, but it's also important to think about what does the future hold and what does it look like? And so it's very important that you do have a digital option, and at the very least, you have a provider that can accommodate that. So even if you're not ready now, when you become ready and as your organization grows, you have a service provider that can accommodate that. And that's what we mean when we say we are a partner. We really do partner and we journey with you. And so, you know, it's really important to consider the context in which our gift aid management process works and the things that we offer to you, because as well as being customer focused, very customer focused, we're also market focused to make sure that we're looking ahead and really building services and supporting you in the way that's going to facilitate that. So as I mentioned at the beginning, we are a partner, we are a full service provider. And so Gift Aid sits bang in the middle of our service offering. It is the main thing that we do, but it's part of that wider service offering. So just wanted to just remind you of that we can support you in a number of ways here at GoodtoGive. And I really wanted to put into relief this testimonial. Not only does it highlight the value that we provide our clients, because that's kind of one of the main things we hear from our clients about the value that our service offers. And I think testimonials are always great, because it's one thing us saying, you know, we work really hard, we work tirelessly to support you, and we provide great services. It's quite another to have leaders and heads of organizations like yourself say, actually, you know, they're a really credible organization. And what I really like about this webinar is the fact that, you know, this client of ours, Pastor Emmanuel, has put Monique into relief. She really is great at what she does. She's a brilliant account manager. So you are in very, very safe hands. One of many testimonials we received. So like I said, so thank you all for sticking to the end. We have an amazing offer for you. Now, Monique, I'm going to hand over to you to really just tell everyone how great and how rare this offer actually is.
Very rare. This is the first one I've seen. So, you know, you've got 50% off if you decided to sign up with us today to manage your gift aid. Now, this isn't something that comes along very frequent, if at all. So you can imagine all of the things that you're going to be able to get from registering with us. We will manage all of your claims, but not only just the existing claims to come, the retrospective one, which is an arduous task, especially if you haven't kept your books in order. In this, you would also get 1,000 donation envelopes, which is fantastic. It will obviously have your church logo, name. You're going to be able to design it exactly how you would like. And even you can put a scripture on there. You'll also be able to benefit from the scanner, which is 6 months free. Now, where the most of you actually, I think it was 57% of you said that you would still want to utilize the envelopes, then this is definitely something that you want to get yourself involved in. Okay. And then you've got the mobile app, which Tanya has gone into in some detail, and then you've got the donation page. The purpose of today's presentation wasn't to make you become experts. It wasn't to make you thinking, oh yes, I've got this down pat. It was really to understand what you guys know and how we are going to be able to assist you and allow your process for claiming gift aid from here on out be completely smooth and allow you to maximize on any claim that gets done, whether it's the traditional gift aid or the gift aid small donation scheme. Now, like I've said, the traditional gift aid, you can go back 4 years and retrospectively claim, and the gift aid small donation scheme, that's 2 years you can go back, and that can all be managed by us here at GoodtoGive.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Monique and Chaitanya. So we're not done yet. Do you have any questions? What questions do you have for us? Please take full advantage of this opportunity. Any questions that you have, we are happy to answer. You have two great experts here. Please take full advantage of their knowledge. Please post in the chat. Oh, so before we sign off, I want to remind you to do two things. Now, the first thing is, if you are interested in the offer, please post in the chat. Please post in the chat and let us know. Like I said, there's no other place that you can see this offer. So you won't see it on the website. You won't see it in email. If you want the offer, we need to know, because after the webinar, it is gone. So please post in the chat if you are interested. Second thing, if you have any questions, please post. So two things I would like you to do. Please post and let us know, let us know, let us know.
Okay,
we go back to the offer screen?
Sure. Let's go back to the offer screen.
So you have, there's a question, let me just pull it up, give me a second. Right. So Originally, the price to register with us utilising the scanner would be £450 plus VAT, which makes it a total of £540. You're going to get 50% off of that, which makes it £225 plus VAT. In regards to the scanner, we would normally charge £12.50 inclusive of VAT. You would obviously, with this offer, if you decide to take it up today, that will be free for the 6 months.
Fantastic. And we really want to make sure that you don't miss out on this deal. So in addition to registering your interest by putting that in the chat, we also want you to go and register and put in your details at goodtogive.co.uk/webinar offer. We really don't want you to miss out. We really want to be able to identify if you have attended this webinar and you are eligible for this offer. So do we have any more questions, Monique?
Yeah, there's a couple more questions. So somebody has asked, how do you record evidence of small donations? Well, what I would actually require you to do is to schedule it would be a Zoom session with me, and I'll be able to actually go into a lot more detail onto the microsite that we use. So when you obviously receive your donations, scan them across to us, and in this microsite, it has all of the information from your first day of scanning to date. But in regards to the actual gift aid small donation scheme, on that microsite, there's a section in there that allows you to put the cash that has come in and add it onto the microsite for us to go away and process that claim. But I will give you a call. I know exactly who it is. I will give you a call after this webinar so that we can schedule a proper chat with one another.
Fantastic. Any more questions?
Yeah, I've got a couple of people that are registering some interest.
Excellent, excellent.
Another question, do you have to be a taxpayer to claim back? That is correct. The only time you will be able to not worry about tax is when you're looking at the gifted small donation scheme, because there's no donor information applied to that. So we would utilize claiming through that route. And okay. Another one, do you claim gift aid on behalf of churches? Is there a percentage that is deducted? Yes, so we do claim gift aid on behalf of churches, charities, and how our fees are worked out. I'll give you an example. For a donation that is £10, you would obviously bank that £10. We would go away and then get back £2.50, and our fee for that would be 50 pence. However, if there is a donation that doesn't have and no gift aid is applied, then there won't be any fee on that.
Fantastic. I actually remember a question came in during the registration process, and the person asked if they are just collecting, say, £1,000 a year, is it still worth registering for gift aid?
Yes, definitely, 100%, because that is still the potential of an additional £250. So they definitely should. I sometimes when I speak to church and they say, oh, but we're so small, we don't need to worry about it. It's so important to get the ducks in line whilst you are, so small, quote unquote, because the plan isn't to remain small. It's about expanding and executing a 3 or 5 year plan, whatever it is. But just because you believe you're small, you've got to think big, because there's so much out there for you. We're talking about gift aid today. Funding is a huge part of sustaining our charities and making sure that they've got some money, and planning. And a lot of the times we don't want to plan. And then when we find ourselves in a pickle, then we want to, seek help. Do it right now while the umbilical cord is still attached. Get yourself sorted. Such wisdom.
And I love that. Start small, think big, and plan ahead. Like, such great advice. So we love that. Do we have any more questions before we sign off? Like I said, we're here to support you, take advantage of this opportunity. Any more questions before we sign off?
Yeah, I'm just going to. Okay. Yeah, I think. Okay, I think, Pastor Samuel, I'm going to give you a call regarding that question. But I think that is all. Just so that everybody who is on here today knows, I will be touching base with you just to kind of like get some feedback from you and to see if you do need any of our services. So I hope that you did fill out the forms correctly.
Yeah, so leaving that screen, that information on the screen for you for a few more minutes. Thank you so much for joining live. We value your time and we hope you do take full advantage of this offer and you have found this useful. Shatanya, Monique, any final words?
No, I think I've said everything. Oh, you know what? Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel because all of the webinars that we have are up there. So even if you know, one of your friends or pastors wasn't able to attend this, let them watch it. And obviously an email will be sent out so that you guys know once it's been uploaded and edited.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you can find our YouTube channel by simply going over to YouTube and searching Good to Give, and our channel will pop up there. Yeah, so that's great. Thank you, ladies. It has been an absolute pleasure to do this webinar with you. Thank you all for joining live, and we look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.